about. And what I'd like to do is really get into the science of what I believe each one of you has to do, and that is know thy brain. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invest, the next probably 90 minutes, no break, and I'm going to start talking with you and helping you understand exactly how your brain works. I'm going to take a very logical approach to it. So how many of you are ready for that and want me to go through this so you really understand your brain, okay? So I think what's critical is that... Can I help you, sir?
You know that slide you had back up there before?
Which?
That previous one of the brain.
What are you doing here?
I thought it was really boring, John.
Can I get that? Do you guys think that this slide up, put that slide back on, please. That one?
Next one. You had a picture of the brain up. Yeah, this thing.
What do you mean it's boring?
How many people in this room here really want to know about your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex?
Thank you. Is there a reason you're interrupting me while I'm on?
Well,
your time is not till, what time is Mark on? What?
John, you were going to bring out a real brain. You're going to show these pictures of the brain and whatever else. I find it boring. This is my field of expertise.
Can you guys at home believe this?
You
get up here.
You want a model of a brain?
Are you here to duke it out or something?
Yeah? You want a model of a brain?
You're imposing on my time.
Yeah.
I'm expired by 6 minutes and 41 seconds, according to this. What?
Well, I'll get you inspired again. This is a better model of the brain, John. Not this big
Praxis
brain.
now. Your brain in color.
You really want to go ahead and describe each of these sections of the brain for the next 25 minutes?
Can we do it faster?
I think so. I only need, look, John, there are 85 billion neurons in your brain, and there are 85 glial cells, and you saw on that previous slide how they're all moving around and doing everything. Yeah, get that brain out there into the world there. That, to me, is what's going on with your brain. And if you don't take that brain and bring it out into the world and get other people to interact with you, it's nothing but a bunch of neurobabble. So I have a plan, but all I need is 170 billion volunteers.
Well, we have those many people watching us. 170 people simulcast all over the world, from China, everywhere.
Well, I suppose we could do it quicker, since you said we're running out of time. Why don't we, I know what, each person can represent 1 billion brain cells. They're alive, they're independent. I see in this, all we need is 15 people, the brainiest people in this room here. Is there anybody here?
Are you looking for volunteers to mess up my presentation?
You bet. You bet.
What do you think? We let them do it or not?
Yeah? Yeah. This is the new model of the brain.
I want to show you how smart I am. My ego is in need of going through each part of the brain.
I know, and you've been hiring me to try to teach you that. I'm just holding you out, sitting in the back there. I just wrote a better model for the brain.
Okay.
So this is what I want you to learn.
Should I put my trust in Mark Waldman, ladies and gentlemen, yes or no?
Great.
Okay. Hold on a second. Didn't I say earlier, hire people who play at things you have to work at?
You told me...
Let's put that to use.
You told me to step out of the box, to get inspired, go beyond the rules. Here I am. I've gone beyond the rules.
Right.
I've broken all of your rules.
All right, so let's...
I'm going to do it.
All right, what are we going to do?
I mean, we got some of the most brilliant brain scientists sitting in the back there. I know they're going to be blown away by this. So I need 15 of the brainiest people to line up right here, right now.
15 people, right over here. Let's get
Quickly. You want to be part of the new brain, line yourself up in a row right here.
1, 2, 3.
Right here.
First 15.
Yes. All right. So
let's
John,
count. Count off. Do 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13. Done. The rest of you go back. So we have
All
the
right.
15, sorry. Okay, so 15 people. Thank you so much. Give them a round of applause. Come on. All right.
Now, to start out with, John, we're going to need some props because otherwise, you know, this is really how the brain looks. They're just a bunch of individual neurons. They don't look different from each other. Some have black hair, brown hair. Some neurons are even bald. So we got a good collection of individuals here. But every brain, and John, you keep talking about the inside of the brain. You can organize all the stuff inside. Who cares? How are you going to make money, John, if there isn't a goal that you can take that brain and move it to? So I need a goal. And I don't know how to do that. Anybody have a suggestion for a goal? What?
Okay. We'll get a goal in a second.
Oh, okay. We're going to create a goal, but I have to create other parts of the brain to represent it. John, you have hardly anything here on the stage.
We can use.
Let's
see. Oh.
Hey, I got something here. Your brain, the very first part in every human brain and in every mammalian brain needs to have a primitive, survival-oriented brain, and you look like just
What's your name?
Person.
Jean-Marie, come on up on stage. Give a round of applause. We're going to do this fast, okay?
Hey. Now we're going to throw away the whole notion of reptilian brain. That's something that's already dead or whatever else. But the crocodilian brain, I think that's a much, much better way to begin. So, yes, there we go. Now, without this part of your brain, you're not even going to get out of bed and start searching for anything. This is the survival-oriented thing. And all you have to do is creep around this stage looking for ways to survive.
All right, you keep playing that role. Who's next?
All right.
Anand.
Now, Anand, with inside and right next to that crocodilian brain, there's one of the most important things, and John talked about it as the amygdala. And how many people here actually know what goes on in the amygdala? Nah, put your hands down, you're wrong anyway. There are at least 3 parts of the amygdala, and the research in the last literally 3 months, or maybe even in the last 3 minutes, can demonstrate to you exactly what they are. So, one part of the amygdala, you all call, the fight, flight response. Yeah.
Or freeze.
Or freeze, whatever else. But you get to be the fear factor. Perfect. I want you to put your hands in your shoes. All right?
Can you just put the shoes on?
No, I want them up here. I want him to wave them around. Because all I can tell you is that whatever is going on this stage, you don't have the courage to move towards your goal, and we'll just create an imaginary goal down over here. This is where you want to be, everything else. But I got to tell you something. You're going to want to stay as far away from this goal as possible. You're not even going to let this survival-oriented, you're going to want to keep this goal away. You're going to run away all you want and try to keep everybody else away from this goal. So begin. And now you can begin to see.
All right, next person.
Next person. Next part of your amygdala. Let's see what we got here. Ah, perfect. The fight response. Put those on. You're going to fight.
There you go.
To get that fearful part of your brain moving towards that goal. Let's see how successful you can be. All right, looks like it's working. This is starting to look like the brain to me, John. How about you? Yeah?
Any of you ever feel like this in the morning? Who else? Come on.
All right, we
Maxim,
need another part of the amygdala.
from Colombia.
A VIP amygdala. Oh, wonderful. You're a big guy. And to me, I think you deserve to be a big ice hole. Now, what you do with this, another part of your fearful brain, the thing that stops you from reaching your goal, is that all you do is freeze. So your job is very easy. You're going to start running towards that goal over here. And all you have to do is do this and stay this way for 10 minutes.
So are you saying that some people on their way to the goal just freeze?
They just freeze.
Some of them run away, some of them fight?
I'm saying that this is the basic functioning part of all brains on this planet, and most people don't even allow themselves to get into the higher levels of brain functioning. This is what most people are doing. Come on, interact. You're alive. You're
all right,
always
come
moving.
on.
Okay. All right. So next. Aha. Well, I don't see that these people are coordinating their stuff very well, so I'll tell you what. Let's invent some communication centers for the brain. And I just happen to have a perfect communication tool. Your job is to get all these people to listen to each other. Go to work.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Come on, next person.
Next
Let's move
person.
this.
All right.
Let's work on here.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
My problem is I don't see any creativity going on here. I don't see any true wisdom. I don't see any true genius, and I don't have any props for that. John, you have any suggestions or ideas?
You're going to be the creative director.
I'm the genius, but I don't want you to carry me around. I know what we can do.
What? What?
We got the perfect genius.
Albert!
Albert.
Oh!
You get to walk around, but the problem with the genius brain, it barely, aha, look at this. All you do, and this is the wonderful thing about the genius brain, it turns it on and immediately, show them what the sign looks like. We end up with a goal, and it says G-O-A-L. So the genius brain, you're great because all you have to do is come over here and you get to wave at everybody else so that they know there's a great, brilliant goal ahead of you, and we'll see how successful you are getting these people to work. All right. Another part of the brain. All right. Well, I don't know. I think there's a lot of risk up here.
Are they going to achieve their goal? Oh, I wonder why, but we're going to get there.
They're going to fall off the
Come on, we
stage.
got
They're
10
going to
more
make the
people.
wrong moves. So you get to be the calculating part of the neocortex. The genius brain is the new brain. It's a thin area. It's as thick as that piece of cardboard, and it wraps over everything else. But you get to assess the risks and everything else. So you have to go and tell all these people, be careful. You can't have all this chaos going on. So your job is to be logical and reasonable with everyone. All right, what else do we have?
What else do we have?
Well, I don't know. You know what, John? Nobody's moving towards the goal. I don't think they see the goal. So I'm going to use the powers of evolution and create a visual cortex for you so that you can actually see what goal you want to go to. And I'd love you to try to get that crocodile brain to move over there towards the goal. See if you can. Or even getting that fear part of the brain to move over there, too. And see what you can do with a fighting individual.
Come on, let's get two up at a time now.
All right. However, I don't even see a you up here. John, you were really correct earlier. You put up the notion that you is an imaginary part of your brain. It's in the parietal lobe. Oops, use a big word, sorry.
Come over here, Mark, so the camera can see you.
So you need to have a great, big, megalomaniac ego. I can do anything. I hereby crown you.
You are the ego.
The parietal lobe. Go to
Don't
work.
tell them how much you can do and how much they should do.
Oh, lucky you. For everybody who has a big ego, there's another part of your parietal lobe, your sense of self, the you that thinks you can't accomplish anything, and it's one big baby.
Now go and whine and tell them why you can't
And
do
you make
it.
sure that they all stay away from that goal because it's way too overwhelming to you and anybody else out there. What else do we got here? Yes. Now we start moving into the newest part of the brain, the part that actually will help you succeed and create the kind of money you want. And you've got to have a big heart, and this falls in the anterior cingulate. And these neurons, they don't even come online fully until you're 28 years old. Without a big heart, you're not going to reach your goal. So you go stand over there by the goal and start waving it next to Einstein.
And Vanna will do her next show at 2 o'clock.
You definitely need a wise person inside. It's another part of your anterior cingulate. It's your intuition. It's the wisdom part of you. And you get to stand over there by the goal. Let's see if the three of you can start getting everybody over there to the goal. All right. I don't know. This is your brain, folks. This is what's happening to you right now.
Right now.
Right now. And so you better create a set of temporal lobes so that you can listen to all this noise and somehow communicate, and help the person with a telephone communicate the right information. So go ahead, hold your ears,
Or
and go
put your
around
ears
and
on.
listen to everybody you possibly can.
Come on.
However, if you do not have a big, fat reward, this is the reward center of your brain. You get to take this. You get to go over here.
Go and get them to come and get
And
the
I'll bet
cookie.
you, the more you wave your cookies, the more the rest of this brain is going to get interested.
Now,
there's only one problem. This is as far as all of the neuroscientific research you've read about. This is as far as anybody has gotten, including John, in terms of how you organize your brain inside. But if you don't find a way of getting all those parts of the brain put together and guide them, the top part of your inner wisdom or whatever else, you get to be the quarterback. I don't even know if you can wear that, so you might have to hold that. We give you a jersey.
can we put the jersey on? Let's get the quarterback all rallied up. Come on. Let's get this off. Take this off. If we're going to play full on, right?
Now, here's something that none of you know about. Every one of you has a quarterback in the brain that's been operating, and nobody, until the last year or two, has started to research it. This is the other brain in your brain. It's the thing that's tucked down here. It's called the cerebellum. We have forgotten to look at it. It is the true motivational center of your brain, and when you combine it with the genius part of your brain, with the reward center of your brain, with that big heart over there, and the wisdom part, your intuition of your brain, the frontal lobe, wherever you are, has really long axons growing out of those neurons. And the quarterback can take that, and you can wrap all of these people together. We're going to create some real order here.
Back a little. Just move back a little. There you go.
Oh, get that fear factor in there. You're running away. Pull them in tighter, tighter, tighter. Come on, fear, get in there. I will kick you in the cerebral butt. Now, come over here, quarterback. I think with your big heart, the reward center, wave your cookies. Get that genius brain going on here. Grab hold of this, because I think we can pull everybody right through this big, giant goal. We break through.
Come on, let's go. Everybody go through. Go down. One at a time.
Come down, one at a time. Give them enjoy your cookies.
All right,
Exercise
give
your
everybody a
wisdom.
round of applause.
Open up your heart. Feed your crocodile.
Thank you. Mark,
Call
come
up a
back
friend
up
and
here.
share it. Put those boxing gloves away. Crown yourself without being a baby. And keep those eyes open for every winning opportunity that you have.
Mark, come back up here. So as you can tell, we took a little risk there. Did it pay off? All right. So the whole idea, obviously, is it makes no difference what size goal you have. When you learn how to coordinate the genius parts of your brain and all of the other parts, they're trying to hold you back, keep you the same, fighting you for your goals, keeping you away from your genius, you will never achieve your goals. However, the neuroscience of success is about mastering how to take that team of yours, coordinate them, and get them all moving in the same direction. And when one of them or two of them gets out of line, you develop the skill to master your own mindset. When you do that, the whole world is your oyster. Give a great round of applause to Mark Waldman.
Take that organized brain and knock it into the world.
All right,
so
Mark,
much,
thank
John.
you. Great job. Great job. All right.